It does not matter how many rubles you have in your stash, it doesn't matter how upgraded your hideout is, there is one thing in Escape from Tarkov that is going to hold you back 10 times more than anything else, and that is PvP. Whether you've got thousands of hours in Counter-Strike Go or you're brand new to first-person shooters, the PvP in Escape from Tarkov is so wildly different to anything else out there that it takes a lot of time and a lot of effort to learn. So in today's video, I'm going to give you some Tarkov PvP tips and break down a clip where I kill 2 other players and show you how you can use these tips yourself so that you can improve at PvP in Tarkov right now. Now, I am by no means an expert in PvP in Tarkov. In fact, I'm probably on the lower side of average when it comes to it. However, what I do have is the ability to sort of cherry pick the clips where I do well and show you them. But hey, that's what YouTubers do. Anyway, let's watch the clip and then we'll discuss some points about it. So on my approach to USEC and customs, my friend who is already inside the main building of USEC tells me that he is being pushed by someone at the front. I spot someone here at the back and decide to take this guy out so he doesn't flank my friend. I notice on the way in that he's probably a low level due to the armor and the helmet he is wearing. This isn't a sure thing, but it gives me a good indication of who I'm up against. This allows me to swing around the corner with relative confidence and take out the first guy. My friend then tells me that the other guy is still at the front trying to push into him, so I take the advantage and go upstairs so that I can hopefully cut the guy off as he tries to push through that main gate. So now we're left with a couple choices. I've just killed the first enemy here, so we know that our friend in the middle is pretty much safe from the rear. We do, however, know that there is a second enemy that we don't have enough information about at the front. And from his point of view, he has a number of options as well. The first one is he can either come in and attack my friend head on. His second option is to go around the building and come in here and try and flank my friend and attack him from behind. And third, he loops the whole way around and enters through the door that I entered from. Meanwhile, I'm at the top of the stairs here, so I loop round and try and get an angle on this box here so that I can see over this whole area here. Upon not seeing the enemy, I get information from my teammate that he is pushing around. This means that he's abandoned option 1 and he's either going to go for option 1 or option 2. The thing is, from where I'm sat, I can't do anything if he does option 1. However, the threat has almost been eliminated from that angle anyway because my friend can now turn around and pre-aim this angle here. So I decide to go all the way down and back down the stairs so that I can see if he approaches from this rear door, or at the very least close the door before he is able to enter. And as I come down the stairs, I catch him in the sprint animation, meaning his gun is not up, and I'm able to point fire him, and due to the ammo that I'm using, penetrates his class 5 armor and sends him straight back to the loading screen. Now, there are 3 main things that helped me win this fight, and I'm going to talk about them all briefly so that you know exactly what to do if you find yourself in a similar situation. Now, first and foremost, one of the most important things to do with PvP in Tarkov is not your aim, it is actually the map knowledge. Map knowledge is going to win so many more fights than just pure mechanical skill, and that is because in Escape from Tarkov, the maps aren't set out like normal arena shooters would be. There isn't always an obvious way that enemies can come, but if you play the game and you learn the maps and you learn the normal routes that you yourself take, you'll be able to make pretty educated guesses as to where your enemy is going to come from. Now, something else that goes alongside this is gear knowledge. Being able to look at an enemy as he runs past your screen and take a quick glimpse at what he has is going to be so useful because it gives you such valuable information. For example, I saw that the first guy in this clip had a Packer and an SSH helmet. This gives me valuable knowledge. First of all, if I call out to my friend that this is what he's wearing, he then knows if it's the guy that he's already seen or if it's a brand new player, giving us the information about how many players we have to deal with. But also because I know both of these gear pieces are for low level characters, and as such the majority of players that are wearing these are going to be low level, I know how worried I should be about this player. Now obviously this isn't a one size fits all tip. This guy could be on a budget run. This guy could be just memeing and only wearing a Packer just for a laugh. I could have swung around the corner and he hit me square in the face with a 9mm bullet. But you have to take all of these things into consideration, and being able to have that baseline knowledge is going to give you that head start that you need. And sometimes just having that little bit of an advantage is all you need to be able to finish the fight and come out on top. And then finally, the last thing I want to talk about specifically about this clip is the use and the utility of point firing. I've spoke about it in videos in the past, and I know that a lot of people have also spoke about it, but in Escape from Tarkov, when you are not ADS'd, the gun remains shouldered. This is very different to how guns work in like Battlefield or Call of Duty, where if you try and hip fire the gun is essentially at your hip, meaning that it is not accurate at all and it's not even shouldered. Therefore, when you pull the trigger in COD or Battlefield, your bullets can go literally anywhere in like a cone. However, in Tarkov, the game is set up very differently. The gun will always be up and ready whether you are looking down the sights or not. This means that wherever the barrel of your gun is facing, the bullets are going to go, making point fire in CQB situations so incredibly powerful, and you need to be utilizing it all the time. If you're in like 5, 10, even 15 meters, it is so much more beneficial to point fire your gun than it is to try and aim down sight. And there we have it, a small breakdown of one of my PvP clips that I really think can show you guys how you need to think when you're in these sorts of sticky situations. But anyway, that's about it for today's video. If you found anything at all useful, then please give it a like, and if you enjoy this content, then make sure you subscribe. For those of you who have watched my videos for a while, you'll know that I love to see who sticks around until the end, so if you're still here, I'd like you to let me know by answering this question down in the comments. Would you rather have your balls on your chin or your cock where your nose is? Anyway, that's it from me today. I'm Average Joel. Peace.